There he is, the man who will be king.
You already know it. Hey, I'm right here, and I'm getting ready to take you down.
You're gonna need an army, son, because I'm ready to battle, and I ain't going down easy.
You know what? From where I'm standing, you don't look too bad, man. You might actually be able to score a few baskets. We straight.
We all good. You been balling, bro. Might be a player in this league.
Hey, I'm just trying, but I'm gonna keep on working.
You know it. Have a good one. And don't think I'll be taking it easy on you, bro.
You ain't got to. You ain't got it in you. Oh, dog.
We are live from the Palace of Auburn Hills for this Eastern Conference battle featuring the Pistons here in Detroit. We've got some terrific NBA action in store for you today. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. It's the end of a string of away games for the Pacers as they look forward to returning home after this one. They're one of the top flight teams in the league with the second best record in the Eastern Conference.
Well, for all the talk about them coming into this season, I'm not sure people expected them to be this good. So you'd have to place them, I think, among the favorites to make a run at the NBA championship.
Well, you're not taking any risks there, partner. I agree with you. I mean, that's a safe thing to say. They played angry this year, really beating up on people, playing with an edge. As long as they save some of that fire for the postseason, they're going to be a scary team to face.
Here's the starting group for the Indiana Pacers. Down low, Weston Hibbert. George Hill out there with Rodney Stuckey. And it's George in at the small forward. Hill, no good. Detroit's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Well, Steve, George Hill starting at point guard, maybe more of a combo guard than a true point. What do you think?
Well, yeah, no question he's a combo. Career average of only about 3 assists, so he's not a classic point guard. And a lot of people have argued that the Pacers need more of a playmaker, but I like what Hill brings to the table. Defensive-minded, smart, a team guy, good shooter. So he's an important player for this club.
And here is Stuckey after the three-pointer from Gonzalez. George. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible. Boy, and you talk about Hill defensively now. 6'3", athletic, long arms, extremely smart, knows how to avoid being screened, never gives up on plays. And, you know, from his time with the Spurs and now Coach Vogel in Indy, he has the outstanding technique to complement those physical tools, and that makes him one of the best defenders at his position. There's some good defense for you. I mean, for somebody who's as good at shooting the three as he is, you need a defender who's equally adept at guarding against it. That was well done.
Well, then they picked the right guy to put on him.
Now here's Gonzalez, following the miss by Rodney Stuckey.
And you know the other thing I like about George Hill, an excellent caretaker of the ball. He may not create a ton of assists, but he gets them into their offense and really values the possession.
Passes it to Hibbert. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down. No challenge from the defense there, Clark. Could have put that one through any way he wanted.
And I love the choice there, partner, going hard to the hoop for that throwdown.
Yeah, that's invisible defense leading to a very visible finish.
Now George, after the missed three from Gonzalez. Hill with it. Now guarded by Gonzalez. Here's George. It's Drummond with the rebound.
This is the kind of defense required when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were right in his face.
Here's Gonzalez. Cans it from downtown. Gonzalez has got 12 points in the game.
And I know you guys saw him talking with the opposition at midcourt before the game. I got the feeling it wasn't exactly a friendly conversation.
I don't really have a problem with him chatting it up. I mean, I'm not a guy that endorses that, but I don't have a real issue with it either when you're going at an opposing star. But you better be able to back that talk up. You can't go running off at the mouth unless you can put some action and some numbers behind it.
Very porous defense down there by the hoop. He probably should make that one.
From downtown, and another three for Detroit.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Yeah, I don't know, Clark. I think there might be even more defense in warm-ups. I mean, this is kind of embarrassing.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Over that last break,
Pistons dancers, make some noise.
the focus of the discussion was getting their offense to run through Flash. As we know, that's not a role he shies away from. They always lean on him to drive their offense, and Coach wants to lean on him again today. He mentioned one more thing, which was that he'd like them to get out and run whenever they get their hands on the ball. Let's play this game at top speed. Those were his exact words. So still in the opening quarter, and already some adjustments being made. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thanks.
Now, I'll tell you what, they've been a step slow here early on.
I agree with you. I mean, they're allowing too many open shots. They've seemed a little sluggish to me.
Now, here is Hill. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Knicks in New York.
And Kevin, a remarkable night for him passing the ball, just racking up the assists.
Outside, Gonzalez lets it go from deep. Another three for Detroit.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the three-point line. That's 4 of the last 5. You got to run those guys off the line.
I agree, and the defense is practically giving them those shots, though.
Andre Drummond, still just 21 years of age, the first one-and-done player in UConn's storied basketball history. And the Pistons staff say he's a sponge. Whether it's breaking down video with assistants or honing his skills, he is really a hard worker.
Now here's Stuckey. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against New York.
Yeah, Kevin, he really set up shop at that foul line. I mean, they could not do anything with him defensively, and so they had to keep fouling.
6 to shoot. Outside, George. Jump shot is good that time. George has got 5 points so far.
Boy, he's so hard to stop, guys, because he poses a ton of matchup problems for the defense.
Gonzalez passes to Smith. Three-pointer. And another three for Detroit.
The defense has done very little to slow them down so far.
Pacers trail by 16. The drive by Hill. Good. Hill's got his first points of the game. For Detroit, they've gone 8 of 11 in the first quarter. They'll take that percentage any night. Out of bounds, Pistons ball as Detroit keeps possession.
They have no choice but to lunge for that pass to stop it from getting through.
Well, that was a good job. It could have been a quick bucket if he doesn't knock it out of bounds there.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Jerebko's checked in for Monroe. Kyle Singler comes in for Josh Smith. And it's Jennings in for Jody Meeks. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Mahinmi's checked in for Hibbert. Allen comes in for West. Chris Copeland's checked in for George. And it's C.J. Miles in for Hill. And he gets it to go.
Tell you what, if their success on the boards in this first quarter is any indication, it's going to be a good day.
And rebounds usually are a good indicator.
The shot's good from Gonzalez.
It's 12 straight points coming off three-pointers. I mean, somebody do something defensively.
Well, I agree with you. I mean, who's going to step up? They're rolling out there now, so you got to get in their chest, make them uncomfortable, and try to deny those looks.
Stuckey into the lane. It's rebounded by Gonzalez. Gonzalez has got 3 rebounds now in this one.
Playoff spots hang in the balance. Al Jefferson and the Charlotte Hornets take on the Detroit Pistons next Sunday.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start the second quarter. And a moment to look at the scoring approach. Ends up going with the new group. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Roy Hibbert's checked in for Mahinmi. West comes in for Lavoy Allen. George is checked in for Chris Copeland. And it's Hill in for Rodney Stuckey. And so in the game for the Pacers, Paul George is the 3 with David West at the 4. The backcourt, Hill and Miles. And it's Hibbert in at the 5 spot. And George, here we go. And he gets it to go.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
You know, the league doesn't always update players' heights after they enter the league. Paul George 6'10" after a late growth spurt following his rookie season in the NBA.
And Paul George with great athleticism and fluidity at his side.
Yeah, he makes it really look easy. He's a very gifted athlete, extremely quick, and not only a foot, but his hands are quick too. He's not just a scorer or defender. I mean, he's got a chance to be one of the best do-it-all players in the league as he continues to grow as a passer and ball handler. And rebounding, he's one of the best at his position right now in the league.
Well, we've seen that more than a few times, an easy bucket in the lane.
Yeah, the interior defense simply has been lifeless.
Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, guys, Flash in the last outing against the Celtics really lit it up from the floor. He ended up with 50 points, and he got there with his usual way. Just an impressive barrage of threes. Absolutely amazing numbers from him in what was truly a memorable performance. For him and for us, Kevin.
And thank you, Doris. It was a performance that has to have their upcoming opponents terrified, Clark.
Well, I know this opponent should be terrified because there's a good chance the momentum he gathered that night carries right over into this game.
Well, some of it will carry over. That's inevitable. It's just a matter of how much.
Lets the three fly, and good on the basket. Book it. Gonzalez has got 34 points.
And he does it again. What can you say? The defense continues to allow him to get open out there. They've got to know that he can knock down that shot. Put somebody on him.
Hill against Gonzalez. And George kicks to Miles. Back to George. Shoots. Rebound by Monroe. Monroe's got 4 rebounds now tonight. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Offensive rebound. Outside Gonzalez. Augustine against West. Augustine passes to Gonzalez. Here's the 3, and he gets it to go. Gonzalez has got 37.
And he may be the guy to put this game even farther out of reach.
And we finished one half of basketball. Pistons lead by 15. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from the Palace of Auburn Hills.
All right, guys.